Yo my people, it's Juno here, and let's just say happy 2025. It's coming hella soon, but we're going to be doing a little trade breakdown today, and we made 4% on our funded, risking a fix of 1%, so we made 200 today, bearing in mind we're on a 5k funded with aqua funded, and I can't lie, our strategy got paid out perfectly and everything aligned, so I took the trade. You got to be in a headspace where you're happy with what you're risking, and everything that your strategy says what to do is presented and you do it, because you have the data and you know it's going to work, and if it doesn't, that's okay, and if it does, well, that's great. But yeah, 4% today, right before 2025. Beautiful momentum to get started into the next year, and yeah, let's crunch down the technicalities of this trade, and I'm gonna show you why I took it and how I took it. Let's get into it. Juno out. Okay, let's get into it. Right, so this is the trade we took using CRT, candle range theory. Right here is on a 5 minute, and we cashed in a 1 to 3.89, so that's a great trade in my opinion. Anything over 3 risk to reward is very good, as you're tripling your money that you risked. So, but we can see our main profit was a 7 to 7, and I believe it is going to hit that, but I wanted to exit because I was happy with my profits, and there was a retracement coming in, but I'll explain that later. So if we go on to the 4 hour, we have our main candle range. This is our candle range. As you can see, we have our low marked out and we have our high. So these candles that form inside generate liquidity, and they're called inside bars. But what we want to see is a purge above the highs or the lows. So basically, if we purge the highs, we want to see a sell-off going down, heading towards the CRT low. As you can see, that's what happened. So to mark our actual entrance, we go on the 15 minute, and this is where we started to frame our trade setup. So as you can see, this is our range within the 15 minute, and right here is where we have our key level, right here. So this gap is what we want to see neutralized within our turtle soup above the CRT highs. So we take liquidity from the highs of the CRT, and we also neutralize liquidity in this imbalance. And you can see there was an instant reaction with sell side pressure entering, causing instant inversion of this candle. And then we can see we had our first movement down, but I only wanted to enter on the retracement into the 15 minute order block, and you can see right here we didn't exactly hit the order block, as it wasn't at a correct macro time. You only want to see purge happen within New York. So this was a macro. So 10 to 11 to 10 past 11 is a macro. So it didn't hit within this macro, so I wasn't looking to take a trade then. I need to see the actual order block be hit, because I know that's when liquidity is absorbed. So we had our first wave moving down, and this is all just order generation. We sweep all the highs, and then we go into the 15 minute order block, which this is our model 1 entry. This is what we want to see happen. We didn't even hit the 5 minute fair value gap. You can see we just missed it. That shows how much pressure there is for sell side deliverance, as we left sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So we hit this at what? A macro, bang on 10 past 3. So 10 to 3, so 250 to 310 is a macro. We neutralize it on a macro, and I had my limit waiting here with stops above this fair value gap, but also just above consequent encroachment of the order block. Because with my strategy, I can either put it up above the turtle soup highs right here. However, I wanted to minimize risk, and I also knew that my setup would be invalidated really if it went past the encroachment, because we don't need to go past there. We've worked most of this area, so I was expecting instant reaction to further down, because these levels move as a magnet. So for CRT, it's a range, and this is why the narrative is so important. We were bearish today, and we formed a CRT. I don't even need that, we've already got it. So we move into the 71% premium level of the CRT, and this is where SMT mitigates their position for shorts. So I knew as soon as we hit this 15-minute order block in a premium with narrative and draw of liquidity to the downside and huge order generation and buy side being swept, sell side pressure was going to come inevitably. So you can see we enter right here, and price instantly starts shifting, and we have our macro here, and then basically I take out my position right here at 293, so this one, so 1 to 4 basically. However, my main position was a 1 to 7.7, and you can see we're moving to it now, but I was happy with my profit, so that 4% in one day is more than enough. So if we go on to the 1 minute, let's just get a better visualization. Right, stops above the fair value gap, we don't touch it, we just miss it, and then we inverse this big buy side fair value gap, or yeah, positive fair value gap, whatever, bullish fair value gap. So we inverse that, and then we move back into the imbalance that inversed it, and then this is when we have our major sell-off. However, I was holding profits all the way down to here, and then we had this retracement back up, and the thing is, we hit the 50% of the CRT, which is the first profit target. So this level is the first profit target that you take partials at. Yeah, so we moved down past that heavily. However, we had a retracement back up into it, and for some reason I was content with my profits, and I instantly just got out at 4%. However, I could have kept it going, and we would have been, well, we would have had currently 1 to 6, which is alright, more than alright, but I was happy with my 1 to 4 basically. But this just goes to show you, if you follow your plan, then you can truly take amazing trades. And if you're also journaling what happened, which I do it on paper, and I put it into a Notion journal as well, just so I can refer back to it, is amazing. So the confluence is going into this trade. We had bullish PDRAs inversed, we had our model 1 get shown with a 15-minute order block, with our risk reward being a 3+. We was also aligning with 4H open high low close, so we start our 2 p.m. 4H right at this candle. So if I highlight this for you, this is where our 2 p.m. starts. So we form our high neutralizing our liquidity and our order block, and then open, high, low, close, form our high, and then we go down, making our lows, and then hopefully it drags all the way down to the CRT, and then we have a retracement out back up for our 4-hour close, going into 6. So 6 is when we have our next 4-hour. So I'm expecting this level to be neutralized before 6. We also waited for time and price alignment as we neutralize this area, the order block within a macro. We had a pretty much a balanced price range. Like, there wasn't much imbalances up here except this one, and so we basically just completely ran through it. And as soon as we had this turtle suit, bearish sentiment entered as we started. We formed our manipulation leg. We made a higher high and we made a lower low, and that's important to recognize. So higher high, lower low, and then we started moving down, but we only take our position when the order block gets hit. And yeah, that about sums it up. The trade today, it was amazing. And I'm probably not going to be trading Wednesday, but Thursday is most likely going to be a good day to trade on GDP and Euro. So yeah, we should be seeing the narrative follow through and the CRT low get taken. And yeah, that about sums up our trade. Beautiful execution. We could have hit a 1 to 7.7 because I think this target is going to get hit, but a 1 to 4 I'm more than happy with, taking 4% of my funded in one day. That's truly amazing. So thank you for tuning in, and yeah, drop anything down in the comments if you want to know any more stuff, or if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Or just send me a message on my Instagram. That's Gisiaga. That's the handle. So let me know, and everyone have a good New Year's. Trading is going to take off in 2025, and I hope all of you can profit off the next year. Thank you.